Now, a lot of you guys will remember that about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, whatever, Disney and Spectrum Charter, they reached an impasse. And all of a sudden, if you were a subscriber of Spectrum Charter, the second largest cable provider in America, all of a sudden, ESPN disappeared. All of a sudden, ABC disappeared. All of a sudden, FX disappeared. Right in the middle of the US Open, we have football starting up, college football, and a lot of people got really upset. And it really was the coming together of two paradigms, one that is going extinct and one that is emerging, right? You have Spectrum Charter, the old way. I haven't been a cable subscriber for over a decade. I literally cut the cable over a decade ago. But that being said, there's still a lot of money to be made there, and both sides were committed to kind of making a deal. As a matter of fact, it was so important that Spectrum Charter basically said, if we can't make a deal with Disney, we're going to get out of the video business. Think about that. A major cable provider saying, if we can't get a deal here with these guys, we're simply going to close up shop. I mean, that's how big of a deal it is. Well, I said that I didn't think the impasse would last too long, that they would get it done. Now, Disney's had some impasses with a couple of other providers like YouTube TV, and I think DirecTV was one of them. Anyway, they solved those within a matter of days, and they now have this one solved. But oh my God, there's something in here that could completely change the game of media consumption as we know it as fans. Because not only are those channels going to stay on Charter Spectrum, they're going to be joined by streaming exclusive networks, ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. Listen to this. This comes from the folks over at The Verge who write this. As part of the deal, Disney Plus's ad-supported plan will also come included with the Spectrum TV Select package. Let me read that again. Disney Plus's ad-supported plan. So Disney Plus, just with commercials, is going to be included in the Spectrum TV package, while ESPN Plus will be given to the Spectrum TV Select Plus subscribers. There still isn't a timeline for when Disney could launch ESPN's standalone streaming service, because we know that's coming a little bit later. But it's been something Disney has been considering for quite a while. Okay, I want you to wrap your... Don't let this little thing fly under the radar. Disney Plus, which was supposed to be one of the flagships of this new era of streaming, like we're moving away from the cable TV model and we're going to streaming, you don't need to subscribe to Disney Plus anymore. If you are a Charter Spectrum subscriber, guess what? You're going to get Disney Plus for no extra. I mean, as long as you're subscribed to that tier on Charter Spectrum, you're going to get it. It's the ad-supported version, nonetheless, but ESPN Plus is now going to be on there. You don't have to subscribe to it. And Disney Plus is going to be on there. This is such a radical paradigm shift from the way we saw things going. Now, look, it could be as simple. We're going to talk for a minute here about why this could be very lucrative for Disney, but this could just be a temporary thing. Like, it may not change anything, but oh my God. Look, I don't want to overhype what this is, but if this becomes a trend, this imminent demise of the TV cable business that we've all been talking about and we've all seen coming, it could absolutely stem the tide on that. I mean, it really could. Imagine, if you will, that you're a cable subscriber and you've been thinking about maybe cutting the cord, but why would you now? If Disney Plus and ESPN were two important things, what happens if Peacock does the same thing? I mean, Peacock is starting to use an ad-supported tier as well. What if Paramount Plus goes this route? I mean, Paramount already has a cable network, but now you bring Paramount Plus itself and say it's now available on Comcast, or it's now available on Charter, or whatever. You can literally, we could be looking at a future here very, very soon where you can get all the major streamers, maybe Netflix aside, and maybe Amazon aside, for just the cost of your cable company. And I'll tell you why this could be very, very lucrative for Disney. The reason this could be really lucrative for Disney is, number one, Charter Spectrum is going to have to pay a lot to have Disney Plus on its packages. right? So you knew they had to come to a deal on that. Charter wanted it, but they were probably going to have to pay a pretty decent amount for it. So that could be good for Disney. But the other thing is this. We've been talking lately about the fact that as we are this young in the lifespan of what streaming is, like streaming is still in its absolute baby infancy. They realize the strict subscription model doesn't make us any money. And it doesn't matter. We literally had a model where it doesn't matter if one person watched an episode of something on a streamer or 1 million people watch an episode, it still made the same amount of money, right? So they've started adopting ad-supported tiers. So now more people that watch it, more ads are being served up, the more revenue Disney is generating. How much more revenue now is Disney Plus's ad-supported tier going to get ad views now that it's on Charter Spectrum? Just think about that. They've just probably doubled the amount of ad serves they're going to do. Maybe not double. I don't know. I have to sit down and do the math. But the amount of ads they're going to be able to serve up now on their programming has just taken a significant bump up. So we have this major paradigm shift of a streaming service now coming to cable. What was it Obi-Wan said? You were supposed to defeat the dark side, not join it, or something like that. I mean, that's literally kind of what's happened here. We got Disney Plus now going and joining cable. They're going to get a pretty big licensing fee from Charter Spectrum. And on top of that, their ad serves are going to take a massive leap forward. So, and this could be the start of a new influx of things. I mean, with Max, it's a little different because Max already has HBO, and I don't know what you can get on Max that you can't get on HBO, but that's probably going to be something that happens here. So this is really good. Ray, let me ask you this. If they start, now that we got like Disney, right? Disney Plus, if they start putting up like these major streaming things on cable, or like your service is DirecTV, right?
Right.
So, which is kind of like cable. Would that encourage you as an individual moving forward to like, yeah, I'll just keep my DirecTV if I'm going to be able to get at some point. Now remember, this is just for Charter Comcast, or Charter Spectrum. But if they also reach the same deal with DirecTV and then they reach the same deal with Comcast, I don't know. Is this something that would make you keep your package longer?
Are you saying that these customers who already have this subscription for their cable service, they are now going to get Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, depending on their level?
Yeah, if you are already a Spectrum TV Select subscriber, you're getting Disney Plus, and if you are a Spectrum TV Select Plus, you're going to get Disney Plus and ESPN Plus already just thrown in there.
This is actually kind of making me angry because we had Spectrum for the longest time, Spectrum Cable. The reason why we didn't ended the subscription to the cable service was it wasn't giving us enough for the money. Yeah. Now you include this stuff and you include definitely. I would definitely stick with DirecTV if they gave me Disney Plus, ESPN Plus for free.
Yeah, if it comes to that. And so, but now here's the question I got to ask though. Is this move by Disney though counterintuitive to what had been the general wisdom of the streaming philosophy, which is to get people away from cable? We want to get people subscribed to Disney Plus and moved away by providing a non-subscription way for people to get their content. I mean, I get it. Going to make a lot of licensing money, going to make a lot of ad money, but is it counterintuitive to what and could this be a paradigm shift for all of the streaming idea?
Is this from all? Do you think this is like Disney sort of waving the white flag to the streaming thing?
No.
Like saying, hey, we've lost a lot of money. Let's try to recoup. Let's start making these deals.
I mean, they had to know because we talked about this when it launched. And Disney said themselves, the first 5 years, you're going to lose money. They knew that going into it, right? Like, we're going to lose because it took, Netflix, who is the king of the hill, just recently started becoming popular. They went over a decade of losing billions of dollars every year, but they knew what they were working towards. Disney has to know they were going to be losing money in the first while before they built it up. Like, you can't just come out of the gate and be Netflix, right? And so that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if this is counterintuitive. I wonder if this is them a little bit waving the white flag. I wonder if this is them also just acknowledging that this pie in the sky idea of being a streaming service, just all the people will just give you hundreds of billions of dollars every year for nothing. And we've seen all the streamers even Netflix start to go back to the TV model of, we're going to have ad-supported tiers, and now this.
Interesting fact, like on Friday, I didn't have nothing to watch, so I was looking through the guide, and CBS, Channel 2, they played the whole season of Strange New Worlds, Star Trek.
That's right. Paramount moved it, because we've seen that happening a lot, too, with the streamers. The streamers are taking something like, what was it? Disney just announced, remember, that they're going to take the whole season of Ms. Marvel, and they're going to put it on ABC.
Yeah.
And so we're starting to see that cross-pollination. This could just be the first few drips out of a breaking dam. Or, I don't know, maybe in a few months we'll realize it wasn't a big deal. But right now on its surface, this looks like it could be a pretty major thing. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, MasterClass. Guys, you know, as a small business owner, I am finding myself having to be in negotiations all the time, whether it's with new contractors, vendors, or even agencies that represent our company. Now, I don't like to go into these negotiations unarmed, so I found the perfect class on MasterClass, The Art of Negotiation by Chris Voss, a real-life former FBI lead hostage negotiator. Taking this class on MasterClass made me feel a lot more equipped and confident going into all these various negotiations I have to do on a regular basis. With MasterClass, you can learn from the best to become your best anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. An annual membership starts at just $10 a month, and you get unlimited access to every instructor, thousands of online lessons, exclusive content, insight, and much more. There are over 180 classes to pick from, everything from filmmaking with Martin Scorsese all the way to cooking with the great Gordon Ramsay. In MasterClass, you will find practical lessons that you can apply to your life and work. So guys, get unlimited access to every class, and right now, as a John Campea Show listener, you can get 15% off when you go to masterclass.com/Campea. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off an annual membership. masterclass.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about all this? Are you a Charter Spectrum subscriber and you are a subscriber to Disney Plus? If you're about to get Disney Plus on there for free, granted it's the ad-supported tier, are you going to cancel your Disney Plus subscription? Because why pay for the same content twice? Are you a sports fan? Are you excited about ESPN Plus going to be part of this deal? Do you think this is going to be a big deal, or do you think this is a one and done? Do you think maybe the other streamers won't follow suit? Do you think Disney will also sign this deal with other cable providers? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thought. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.